You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. That's never been more true than it is right now. In case you're not aware, and I apologize, I'm off script here. I was not planning on this. Nobody was planning on news of this caliber to drop today. So I apologize if I'm a little disorganized, but the quick version is Bungie just laid off an unbelievable amount of employees. About 8% of their workforce is from the numbers that I see, which is about 100 people. And they've been underperforming under their projections by about 45%, which is a huge underprojection or underperformance. And obviously there's a lot of bad blood going around right now, understandable bad blood going around right now, as not only are players scared and worried about what's going to be in the future of Destiny, content creators, obviously the people who are laid off, which is just terrible now that you're coming into the holiday season. I cannot imagine what you guys are going through. My prayers are out for every single person there. That is unbelievable. It's scary. Like, what do you do? Everyone is hurting right now, and I want to talk about just briefly the future of Destiny from my perspective as somebody who is desperately trying to remain optimistic, who is desperately trying to hold on to what glint of hope remains, and talk about Bungie and talk about content creation, because Bungie has had to push back the final shape another 4 months, which means we're going to have a 6-month season coming off of a season right now where we've been in one of the worst droughts we've been in a while. And it's so sad that having one of the worst droughts we've ever had in a while is like old hat at this point. The bar was on the ground and Bungie brought a shovel through monetization, through a not so fantastic Lightfall expansion past the honeymoon phase. There's just been so many things, one after another, that has like scatter plotted a downward trajectory for the health of this game, for the health of Bungie, for the enjoyment of players, for the longevity of this game. I don't think Destiny's gonna die, but I do think it might be dying. Like, it might be a slow bleed, like a cancer that isn't gonna happen now, maybe not even in a year, but if things keep going the way that they're going, I don't think that we're not going to see some type of wisp, just a nothingness of Destiny. The death of Destiny will not be out in a loud bang, it'll be done in a whisper, that sort of thing. Bungie needs Destiny. They need Destiny. Obviously, they're still going to be working on Marathon. I highly doubt that they're going to do anything like cancel it or anything like that. But again, like, the trajectory is insane right now. What's even crazier, as I'm sure you've heard, is that apparently these decisions did not come exclusively through Sony, which was our initial thought. It was my hope that it was just like an upper management merger conflict, because Bungie had talked about that they are not going to be laying off any people, and obviously that didn't happen. But this seems to be directly from Bungie. And more than that, what's even worse, what's even more unsettling is that as this story is developing, which we just heard, is that the people who are working, not in the management position, but the people below, apparently were aware of the low player sentiment and were apparently, again, take everything with a grain of salt, begging higher ups to make the decisions necessary to get Destiny back on track, and they were ignored. So what does that mean? Does that mean that the course is set, the autopilot is turned on, and we're just here for the frickin' joyride until the end? Maybe. For content creators, briefly, as selfish as it may sound, we are scared. At least all of us who are sort of middle of the pack, we're not the most well-known, we're not, your big boys. We're scared because we have a symbiotic relationship with Destiny, with the players. It is a mutually beneficial relationship. And when you see that mutual benefiting partner actively blasting their foot off with a high caliber rifle, it sort of makes you a little nervous, just a little bit. We're having to now more than ever face down not a departure from Destiny because we want to, but a departure because we more or less have to. If we can't sustain, paying the bills, putting the lights on, feeding ourselves, through content creation, by covering Destiny, we're gonna have to go elsewhere, whether that means leaving content creation as a whole or finding a different game, something, right? I don't know what the future holds. I don't want to leave anytime soon. I'm scared. And I'm sure many other people are feeling that too. It's just, I didn't expect it to go like this.